Action. Hello folks, Ed B here for another installment of CW Copy Practice. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go ahead and number your paper 1 through 5. Okay? So 1 through 5. Go ahead and number your paper. We are going to play 2 words per line. Okay? I'm going to play a word twice, tell you what that word is, and then I'm going to play the opposite of that word. For instance, I would play cloudy and say again, cloudy, and then I would tell you that word was cloudy. Here comes the opposite word. And then I would play sunny, and I would say again, and I would play sunny again, and then tell you that was the word sunny. Okay? So the purpose of this exercise is you won't know the first word. So you're going to be at a certain heightened prepared to copy. But then I'll tell you that it's the opposite, so then you're going to be like, oh, I kind of know what the opposite already is. And you're going to be in a confirming copy. So the moment you hear the first letter of the second word, you're going to go, yeah, that's sunny, as opposed to cloudy. Okay? So in the first set of 5, I'm going to give you context clues to the words. So you won't be at a total heightened. You'll kind of already maybe know what the word is or have a guess. But once you hear the first word, you're definitely going to know the second word. So let's see how these exercises work out for you. So let's go ahead and get to the exercise. 20 words a minute, but don't be scared off by that. If at any time you're copying and you miss a letter, just draw a line and leave it. Because when I'm playing a word like sunny or cloudy, for instance, you'll be able to fill that in if you miss a letter. But if you sit there and go, oh man, did-a-da, what's did-a-da? Oh, you. Oh, now you've missed 3 other letters. Okay. So, having said that, let's go ahead and number your papers 1 through 5. Here comes the first word. Here comes the first word. I might be talking about a ball. A ball. Like a golf ball compared to a beach ball. A golf ball compared to a beach ball. One is one thing and the other is something else. So here's what they may be. All right, so here's the first word. That's not it. Here's the first word. Again. All right, that was the word big. B-I-G. Let's hear it. There we go. The opposite of big is this word. Again. Of course, that was small. S-M-A-L-L. Let's hear it. That's not it. Let's hear small for real. One more time since I messed it up. Small. There we go. All right, word number 2. Might be talking about my dishes while they're in the dishwasher. They're in 2 states. They're either this or they're that. So, here comes that first word. Word number 2. Again. All right, that was the word clean. C-L-E-A-N. Let's hear it. And the opposite is again. Dirty. Let's hear dirty. There we go. How are we doing so far? Fast is okay. You need to practice fast, so when you do get on the air, you can turn it down a notch and then be comfortable, right? All right, let's go ahead and talk about an elevator. An elevator has a direction. It either goes one way or it goes the other. So, what are those directions that an elevator goes? First word for number 3. Again. Up. Let's hear it. And if the elevator doesn't go up, well, it has to go the other way, which is again. Down. Let's hear down. Does it seem like I'm playing it slower when you know what's coming? It seems like it, but I haven't touched the radio. Curious, isn't it? All right, fourth word. In a car, we either go one way or the other, right? Might go one way or the other, depending if I'm on a dirt road or a highway, right? So here is how I travel in the car. First word. Again. Okay, that was slow. S-L-O-W. Let's hear it. Now, if I'm not going slow, well, then I must be going again. That was fast. Let's hear fast. There we go. Now, a glass. It's half this or half that. Depends on how you look at it. Here comes the first word about how my glass is. Again. Empty. Let's hear it. And if my glass is half empty or not half empty, well, then it must be half of this. Again. Full. Let's hear it. All right, there we go. Now let's go ahead. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and back down the keyer speed. We're going to back it down. And this time, hold on. We're working a 13 colony special event. That's my ham alert telling me that Great Britain is on 14.026. But I've already been there, can't hear them. Sorry. It only happens once a year, so we might have had to stop this video. All right, I'm going to do a couple V's. We're at a new speed. Here's our new speed. This time, I'm not going to give you any context clues to what the words are. The purpose of that is I want you to see how do you feel when I say, all right, here comes the word. It's like, get ready, because you don't know what's coming. It's kind of like when you're on air and you hear, this is. You don't know what's coming. AKNW? Is it SM2? Who knows? Is it G0POT? Is it, does it start with AKN or W? We don't know. So, you have that different feeling. That first set of 10, you kind of maybe knew what was coming for the first half of the word. Then the opposite, yeah, you knew what's coming. So you get that, middle of the road to, I know what's coming. So this relaxed copy and confirming. This time, a little bit different. And again, the purpose is I want you to know the difference in the feeling of don't know what's coming. Oh my gosh. And I'm pretty sure I know what's coming. Get to know that difference. The goal is to be here less and less and less. And to be in this relaxed confirming copy more and more and more. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the second half of the exercise. Please number your papers 1 through 5. All right, y'all numbered up. Part 2 of opposites. Number 1. Again. That was the word hot, H-O-T. What's the opposite? Again. Cold. Let's hear it. There we go. Number 2. Get ready. Again. That was sad. All right, let's hear it. All right, and if I'm not sad, the opposite is. Again. That's right, happy. Happy. Let's hear it. There we go. Word number 3. How we doing? How we doing when you don't know what's coming? Is it like, huh? What could it be? And then the opposite word comes and you're like, oh yeah. So you feeling that difference? Word number 3. Again. Dark. D-A-R-K. Let's hear it. And the opposite of dark. Again. Light. Let's hear it. L-I-G-H-T. Oops. L-I-G-H-T. Let's hear it. There we go. All right, next word. Again. Soft. S-O-F-T. Let's hear it. And the opposite. Again. Hard. H-A-R-D. Let's hear it. There we go. All right, last one. Again. Deep. D-E-E-P. Let's hear it. And if it's not deep, then it must be the opposite, which is this. Again. Shallow. Let's hear it. There we go. In comments, please. How was that exercise? Could you tell the difference between, I kind of know what's coming. Oh, here comes the opposite word. Yeah, I definitely know what's coming, so I'm in a relaxed state. And then the second half of that exercise of, here comes a word. Don't know what it is. You're up here again. But then the opposite word comes and you're back down there. So was that an effective exercise to let you know how you feel when you're about to copy something? Do you go, whoop, because you don't know what's coming? Or are you just confirming and, yep, you're just filling it in because you already know what's coming? I hope these exercises are helpful. Again, in the comments, let me know. Please let me know. Also, thank you to all my Coffee Crew Coffee Fund supporters. As soon as it's not nuclear hot, I'll be back outside and on the good microphone. Currently, on this microphone. And I have to take the null away on the back so that it can hear the radio. So therefore, when I speak on this side, you get the lovely, wonderful reverb of the walls. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me get my hand on my mouse over to my stop record button. I'm Ed B. Well, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, and share. Pass me around. Thanks. We'll see you. I'm Ed, W4EB 73.